fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. They post a pic of me eating clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you one of my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age, showing money that I don't have. There's words on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living a fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily. That ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can.
There he is.
How you doing there, Klomper?
Oh, you know, I'm always doing well, Kinsman. And let me tell you, you know, I had a fun night without you last night, pal. I'm gonna have to tell you, I was out at the Taylor Lake RV campground. A lot of people from Cochrane out there. Okay. We saw Mitch. You remember Mitch Jean? He was on our show.
I know Mitch Jean. Yes, I do.
Well, I know Mitch Jean. I know him well there, Kinsman. And he's from Cochrane, Ontario. He's got a big following. Next year he's going to be in Nashville with his record label. But he played this one song last night. Like, he played a bunch of covers and some originals. But the cover he did so well. Remember this one? Give me the B-boys to free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll. He sang it better.
Which he sang it a lot better than you did.
He's so good.
Right?
But it was nice to be at a concert.
At a live venue. What was it like being at an actual live venue with people and, you know, people sitting there enjoying, you know, his music? It must have been nice to get a little bit more normalcy with everything going on COVID-wise. It's nice to see things getting back into place again.
Yes, and that was his first in-person concert since like 2019, and his family was there. And I think he was scheduled to play for 2 hours, but he played for 4.
Hey, for 4. See, that's how you can tell the hometown musicians compared to the ones that are just in there to get their paycheck, play in, out. No, Mitch would play in your backyard for 1. If you booked him, he would come and play. Doesn't care if he's playing for 1 or 50,000 and one person. He'll put on the same show.
Yeah, Amy's right. His music is awesome. Of course, his originals first, and then his covers. And he's taken like requests from the audience, even songs like he didn't really know the lyrics. He just he just nailed it all. He is an awesome guy.
Hi, Joanne.
And check
hello,
this out, Kinsman.
Carolyn Stick.
Tavistock? Where's that?
Tavistock is. I'm trying to think where that is.
You don't know.
That down near, I want to say down near London, Waterloo area. Is that down that way, guys?
When I don't know, I just say it's in Southern Ontario, which it sounds like a Southern Ontario city, doesn't it?
Well, as far north as we are, everything is usually south, unless you're in Thunder Bay.
So,
hi, Lori. Lori saying hello to us.
Yeah.
And again, should we tell the story of you needing booster cables before we move on from the Mitch Jean concert last night?
Yeah.
I saw a post with our beer, the KINZ and KLOMP 705 Blonde Ales, and it said, you're welcome for the booster cables. And I'm like, oh, geez. Everywhere you go, you either lose your keys or you can't start your car.
Yeah, Kinsman, because you're always texting me when I'm trying to take a break, so I get distracted. Tavistock is 10 minutes from Stratford. And hello, Selena. Yes. So what I did is I got up this morning and I went to go charge my cell phone in my car. I just did that click, that doesn't start the car, but just the battery. Then I left it on
the
forever.
Signs of death when it's a motor vehicle. Yeah.
That's right. So I went and tracked down one of the local RVers, one of the campers where we were staying at Villers Bay, because we went back to Villers Bay last night, and very nice place, by the way. And someone was happy to help out, and in return, I gave them a few cans of the beer. So pay it forward,
as I say, our beer is the universal currency right now. It's so awesome to see all the posts, people enjoying our beer. From Full Beard, the KINZ and KLOMP Live 705s, and again, it bailed you out. You were able to get home safe and sound. That's the main thing.
Let me tell you, the hydro bill came in, and I tried to pay it off with 18 beers, and they go, okay, well, don't push it.
Yeah, no, you need currency for that. Yeah.
Okay. So listen, Kinsman, I know you've been busy. We have Kevin Walker coming on, right, from Old Time Hockey, and I got a big question for him right off the bat before we get chatting about old time hockey, because I'm going to wonder if me and you want to spark our route to the NHL right now in our 40s. Who does Kevin think will have the best chance? Like, I see you as like a bruiser defenseman.
It's funny. I used to play defense. That was my main position.
Yes.
I had a wrist shot. If you talk to anybody back in my playing days, I had one hell of a wrist shot.
Yeah.
Never did the slap shot. My wrist shot was actually more powerful and more accurate than a slap shot. So that's used to put me on the point in the crucial situations.
And I used to call myself not a power forward, like a weak forward. So I would just crash the net, let everyone do the hard work, and just pick up the junk. That can land you 20 goals a season that way. So maybe Kevin will say whether it's a good idea to pursue our NHL dreams in the 40s and out of shape. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Water bottle filler at our age, but anyhow, we're definitely going to be chatting with Kevin. Kevin, if you're just tuning in, he is and was the former captain of the Abitibi Eskimos. That's where Kevin and I first met. Many eons ago, and it's great to see that he still has his stick on the ice in a hockey capacity world, and it's going to be great to talk to him here.
All right, are you ready to bring him on, or what?
I think we shall. Let's bring him on. Kevin Walker.
Hey,
there
Kevin.
he is.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Kevin, how are you, buddy?
I appreciate your guys' time, and thanks for having me. It's great to see you guys.
Yeah, it's great to see you too. And we were just reminiscing about the Abitibi Eskimos and your stint with them. That's where you and I first met. You were the captain. I think I was one of your big fans back in the day. Still am, and it's great to see that you're still keeping the stick on the ice in some capacity.
No, sure. I really appreciate your continued support, Mark, and it definitely doesn't go unnoticed. And again, thank you guys so much for having me. And those were definitely fond days, and I do, remember those days all the time, and think back on all the wonderful memories and relationships that we made, in the town of Iroquois Falls, and even the city of Timmins when we were playing here and that. So it was fantastic.
That's great. So, Mark and I were just chatting before you came on. Mark and I are debating.
I was listening. I was definitely listening. Well, listen, I love I love the mentality, drive the net, crash the net, because, definitely good things are going to happen there, whatever you do, as long as you're going to the net. with your stick on the ice, like I said, good things are going to happen. But you seem like a pretty, Klomp, you seem like a pretty nifty goal scorer there. So I wouldn't discredit that. And, Mark's a pretty big, he's a pretty big, sturdy fella. So
Big bruiser.
If he plants himself in front of the net, anything can happen for him. So I think it's just going to come down to whoever wants it more, gentlemen. So I guess we'll have to see.
You can put Klomp in front of the net, and then my shot from the point, hopefully, Klomp deflects it. That's usually my shot was low enough. Usually
the dynamic duo, but if we were putting you guys head to head, I'd be interested in seeing that. I'd pay good money to see that.
There we go. I think Kinsman would have me at golf, being a Leaf fan, lots of time on the course for him. But at hockey, I think I'd skate around to Kinsman.
Well, I don't know. It's been a while since I've been on skates, but maybe we can actually get skates and get some old time hockey development skills from Kevin here as we're diving into your fundamentals of hockey.
It's funny you mentioned that, Mark, and I've had a few ideas, a few stokes in the fire here, so to speak, and I've had a plenty of good ideas, and one of them being that we're actually going to be moving forward with a division of old time hockey development, which would be the Old Timer Hockey Social Club, which essentially would be, anybody that's kind of retired from the game, or anybody that's a little bit older and age of majority, of course, 19 plus, anybody that wants to continue developing their skills once or twice a month. We'd be looking at getting together, doing that, working on some skills, working on some conditioning, and all meeting up and getting together and having a social and kind of chit chatting and discussing maybe how things went, or whatever we can improve on, or just chit chat with the guys and girls, so whatever it may be. I'm looking forward to that.
I think that's a tremendous idea, because once you're done playing competitive hockey and you move on to more the fun or rec leagues, or so some of them are very competitive, but really all your ice time is mostly just playing.
Well, that's just it. And like a lot of older players that are kind of at that age now will typically shy away from actually getting personal lessons in that. And I mean, if there's something already established for them, and as I mentioned, we've been working hard on getting something together like this, so I'll have some more information on that in the near future once the hockey season does begin. But yeah, it's going to be great, and I'm really looking forward to kind of bringing that to Timmins. I mean, hockey's an amazing sport, and I think it's for everybody, not just the young youth, of course, it's great to have them out there and work with them on the ice as well. But again, hockey is a game for everybody, whether it's young, old, male, female. We're always happy to teach the game and play the game with new athletes. So always looking forward to meeting new people as well. So we're really looking forward to this.
I think just to take a step back for the few folks that may not be aware, can you maybe explain what is old time hockey, and what do you offer to the community?
Yeah, for sure. So Old Time Hockey Development is a athletic development program that began about 2 years ago. Of course, the idea came many, many years ago, but essentially it came to fruition about 2 years ago with the help from a lot of, awesome people in the community, including the Venture Center, which really kind of help us help our ideas and our vision come to fruition, So again, kudos and thank you so much to them. Mm-hmm. But essentially what we are is an athletic development company that is not only here to develop our athletes' hockey skills, both on and off the ice, but we're here to develop, future leaders and future individuals, and not only teach them, again, the skills of the sport, but also teach them those crucial life skills that'll transition well into both, their academic and work life as well.
I think that's excellent and well-rounded, because when we talk to the Timmins Rock and you talk to other groups, not only are they recruiting players with skill, of course, it's also players that will have the character that fits their team, and some of that comes with maturity and learning life lessons. So developing them as a person, to put it as a generic sentence, and their skills is probably something that most teams are looking for as they enhance in their careers, correct?
Yes, for sure. So Again, personally, with Old Time Hockey Development, we specifically focus on those hockey skills, but most recently we've come together with Sheldon Riesbeck from Power Play Hockey, and we've actually introduced a new program called the Academy. And essentially it's your one-stop shop for all your hockey needs. So we not only provide, individual plans and group plans for your on ice and off ice skills, but we also offer mental training support and nutrition support as well. So again, your one-stop shop. We also offer, things like mobility sessions, like yoga sessions and that with various teachers and facilitators. And it's been great so far. And we can't wait to continue working with all these fantastic student athletes.
And some of the fundamentals, Kevin, a video just posted recently up on your page where a bunch of guys, the players, anybody can attest to this. When you drive to a Rock game, sometimes you'll see the visiting team out in the parking lot doing, just kicking the ball around, thinking, okay, these guys are just messing around before a game. But really, there is some, reasoning for their madness of doing the fundamentals. And, I guess is it agility training, off ice agility training that these players are doing?
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, during the summer, we tend to focus on things like strength and conditioning, power and explosiveness, and definitely, speed and agility as well. And again, with such a hectic hockey season, we tend to let these athletes decompress a little bit and, still focus and still work on these crucial game-like skills, but just in different maybe avenues or different streams. Like, once a week we'll play, we'll have like a multi-sport day. So we'll play games like spike ball or kickball or even, ultimate frisbee, things like that. So again, a way for them to develop their athletic abilities, but still have a lot of fun in that. Because again, with COVID and unfortunately, it's been such a bit of a barrier, for so many of these kids in that. So to get them out and having fun and just seeing them, smiling and having a great time has just been amazing. But again, the off season is such an important part of the season, to really get prepared in that, but also stay loose as well and enjoy some downtime. So with that being said, before those Rock games and that too, as intense as those games are, and that it's very important for those players to stay loose and have some fun. So you tend to see those guys just kind of going back to that and just stay loose and having a little bit of fun, before the storm a little bit.
kind of takes the pressure off, eases the nerves going into a game. Obviously, playing junior A, it's got to be a hectic time lacing it up as a hockey player.
I can attest to that, being a player from this area and playing in front of the fantastic fans of Timmins and Iroquois Falls, and that, they're great to play in front of, and then it's such an amazing, an intense crowd, but that can definitely get to you at a certain point, so it's important to be prepared and, take the steps, not only physically, but mentally. So them staying loose is definitely a great way to kind of get prepared for that game for sure.
Right. And then, for your sake, lacing it up for the Abitibi Eskimos. I think anybody who watched a game in person, the Just Jordan Arena, when they fired up the Immigrant song from Zeppelin before you guys would take to the ice, does that song still bring back great memories of being a captain for that team?
Definitely. That's brings back very fond memories for sure. We had such a good time coming out to that and hearing that. The guys would always get really, really fired up for that. So it was always always a good feeling. Again, whenever we hear that on the radio or it comes up on a playlist, gets the blood going a little bit for sure.
When did your passion for mentoring start? When you sort of transitioned from competitive and then you're thinking, what is my next step? And I still want to stay attached to the game, or was this something that you've been thinking about for a long time?
Well, I've always really thought about it from a very young age. I mean, even, being involved playing in the game and that, I always enjoyed volunteering my time and giving back and sharing my experience and sharing my knowledge with the younger kids and that too. So that's always been a priority of mine. And then that kind of always transitioned into, my playing career and that, I was always considered I always had a letter on my jersey and was always considered a leader, I think, for that reason. So again, that always started from a young age. And then I've always, like I said, once I finished playing, I had the opportunity to kind of continue that. And I've kind of taken advantage of it, and, it's been amazing. So ever since, so I look forward to continuing that.
And not only continuing with old-time hockey development, off ice and on ice for player development, but some of the big news from this summer, you have now inked the contract with the Timmins Majors. You're now the new bench boss for the Timmins Majors, so they kind of go hand in hand. You take your fundamentals and your passion of being the mentor leader of your hockey team, and now you're the mentor leader of your hockey team, but this time as a coach. Is it the same type of mentality?
Yeah, for sure. And I think I've been involved with the team for the past number of years now, for the past 2 or 3 years now. And I've been working with, the previous head coach, Brandon Perry, who is now actually the head coach of the Timmins Rock. So, hats off to him. He's been a fantastic mentor to myself. And again, so is Derek Martin. He was a part of the coaching staff as well. He's another fantastic mentor for the kids. But, both Brandon and Derek have started building a very strong culture with our program, which, our program, the Timmins Majors, has been around for 42 years, so it's a program that's, really deep in our roots here in this community. So, I look forward to having the honor to take over a program of that kind of prestige. And, again, with the work that Brandon and Derek and everybody that has done in the past couple of years, it's made my job a lot easier. But again, I look forward to continue that culture change, and I look forward to continue improving and getting the best out of these kids and making sure that these kids are better individuals when they leave our program.
And they sure aren't the size of the kids I remember playing against back in the 80s. These are grown men at this point. But I think one of the biggest takeaways from coaching must be the fact that the kids remember you all their life as their coach. And just probably not as a coach, as someone that taught them and guide them in the game of hockey, also someone that was there to support them no matter what's going on. Because often, just in my, I coached 8 years of rec hockey through TMHA. The kids sometimes are more comfortable with the coach than they are with their own parents. They develop a strong relationship. So I assume, like, being a proper role model, that's just like my house.
Hey, Donnie.
Hello.
I'm just doing an interview right now. That's my little cousin, Donnie, here.
Your little cousin, Donnie.
How you doing? Yeah. Now, is Donnie a Leaf fan or what?
Donnie, you a Leaf fan, buddy? I think he's a Philly fan.
Oh, that's not
no. What? Who you a fan of? The Panthers. He's a Panthers fan.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. Good man. Good man.
Yeah,
all right, I gotta finish up here. If you want to come grab a seat with me, you can more than welcome.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Cool.
Like,
sounds good.
He's like, oh, I'm on live. No, that's not.
Yeah. Sorry, gentlemen.
Kind of deters them when they know that they're instantly okay. No, I'm gonna get away here. Yeah, I'll be back.
Deer in the headlights a little bit. So where was I? Sorry, gentlemen.
Oh yeah. So just to shorten the question, like how excuse me, how rewarding is it to be a coach outside of teaching them just the skills of hockey?
Oh yes.
They remember.
Honestly, the biggest thing is that before we can push them, when we begin working with these kids, and that it's so important to build a relationship with these kids. If you want to get the most out of them, and if you want to be able to push them to their limit and really get the most out of them, we have to start building these relationships with them immediately, and we have to learn how to communicate with them. And again, a hockey team is 20 individuals coming together, so you're not going to be able to communicate with everybody the same way. So again, building that relationship and just learning how to communicate with all these individuals, and that is really the first step. So once you begin doing that, again, most of the time, if things go well and that these relationships, with these kids and with these individuals end up being, lifelong for the most part, as a lot of you can attest with your, relationships with those awesome coaches and that a lot of people have had, growing up. So, again, those relationships are the first step, really.
That's right. I can remember playing as a youngster. I used to play, just normal house league, and then they used to have a select team where they would take the best, and then you'd go and play, in portions of Toronto in my younger days. And I can remember the power skating coach. A lot of people would frown when this guy would come out and do the power skating, because some of the times, when we would talk in the dressing room, leave your sticks. No pucks. You knew you were in for
it's never a good.
No, never a good skate, especially after a big loss. Do you take that into consideration? Obviously, winning and losing is of course a part of the hockey game, and of course a part of sport. But do you say, okay, guys, you guys just were obliterated last night. Let's get right to the bag skate, or is there another way to go around it so you don't get everybody, thinking negative towards it?
I think you assess, every situation, individually, and you take it from there. Of course, every situation will be different. But, I'm not one to shy away from that by any means, but I think you have to, be precautious in how you handle things. And, if it's warranted, then by all means, but if you're getting blown out, I think there's bigger issues than conditioning and stuff like that you need to address. So if it's a message you're looking to send, it could be done that way. But there's many ways to address things like that. But again, if you're getting the wheels beat off you, I think there's bigger issues at play, and I think you kind of have to focus on the team itself.
That's right. Got to kind of get everybody back onto
the drawing board. Yeah, exactly. And yeah,
how Wayne Gretzky was always my role model growing up. Like, to me, 99's the king. But one of the things he mentioned, how important it was for kids that want to succeed in hockey to be involved in other sports outside of hockey. Gretzky first passion was actually baseball. But do you believe in that? So like in the off season, summer months, these kids should get involved in other athletics, whether, it's golf, it's baseball. Does that enhance their skill set, or should it just be like a rest season?
No, definitely. Like as mentioned, it's definitely encouraged. I think these skills, the coordination, that they learn from these other sports are definitely handy, going hand in hand with developing those athletic and hockey abilities for sure. Mm-hmm. So as mentioned, we have our dryland program with the academy, and one of those days of the week we tend to play we have a multi-sport day. So as mentioned, we'll play games like spike ball, soccer, kickball, basketball, things like that really test the athlete's abilities and stuff like that, and give them a little bit of a mix of those different sports, and give them a little bit of a taste of everything, But again, of course, they're always encouraged to play different sports in that. Again, learning those different skills are so important as well.
Yeah, I bet. So yeah, it sounds like you offer like a complete well-rounded package. So how would how would folks, and before we get to the question about the ice, we have to ask what's going on with the ice here. But if folks want to get in contact with you, whether it's parents or the child itself, and they want to register with Old Time Hockey, what would be the best way to do that?
So you can go onto our Facebook page at Old Time Hockey Development. Okay, and you can check us out there. We're also on Instagram at the same handle, so Old Time Hockey Development, as well as contacting us via email at oldtimehockeydevelopment@gmail.com. Yes.
And then there's the question, we were reading about it in the last couple of days on social media. Actually, we had you booked as a guest before. We found out what was happening with the ice. And, we understand the opinion. A lot of people invest their time and resources and money and vacation time to get their kids to come to the camps. Have they been able to come to a resolution, and what's the latest update?
We've been contacted by city officials, but we're not going to comment any further at this time. And we are awaiting solutions. And the biggest thing is that we can't wait to get back onto the ice and get those kids back skating, where they belong and where they want to be. So we look forward to that, and we won't comment any further.
All right. And, speaking of camps, not only Timmins, I noticed you guys have camps up in Kapuskasing, all over
Yeah,
the
so
north.
let me tell you a little bit about that. That is going to be a phenomenal experience. So that's going to be taking place in Kapuskasing, and there's actually 2 weeks being offered. So from the 16th to the 20th.
Okay.
And then we also have the 23rd to the 27th. Now, with that, we offer all age categories, basically from U7 all the way to U18.
Okay.
And that's going to be an awesome experience. So like I mentioned, they're going to be provided with an Academy jersey, an Academy t-shirt. They'll be provided with snacks as well, and a water bottle filling station, and an overall amazing hockey experience. So for our more advanced athletes, there's going to be the Academy Combine too, which is going to be a one-of-a-kind experience, and a more so inaugural experience for Northern Ontario. We're going to have both an on-ice and on-ice combine. And we're going to be collecting, a variety of different data from different tests. And this way there we can pinpoint strengths and, in areas of improvement that those players might need. And after that camp, we're going to be forwarding a report card to these kids or to these athletes to be able to kind of go over with them. And it's going to be an awesome, experience to be able to provide that kind of feedback for them.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's right. And it's very cool that you have, you get an opportunity to see all different kids with all different skill sets. But I assume, the majority that you see have a strong passion for hockey, succeed in the game of hockey, and have fun in the game of hockey, which is very, we've said all along, the kids continue to have fun. And Mark said, it's about the wins or the loss. I bet you at some point it becomes about winning, especially when it turns into, a high level and professional sports. But how much do you stress with these kids that, having fun is essential to the game and probably will make you a better player?
Yeah, for sure. At the end of the day, you have to have fun and you have to enjoy what you're doing, And most of these kids that are getting up, and grinding every day and that, and of course, rest is encouraged, and of course that downtime is so crucial, and that recovery time is so crucial for those players. But as mentioned, there's kids that just eat, sleep, and breathe hockey, and with those kids, it's just it's phenomenal to see that. It really is.
Very passionate too, and one thing I remember is also very passionate parents. The majority good, the odd time a couple issues, but how importantly, even as a coach, maybe is it to develop a strong positive relationship with the parents? Because after all, you see some of these kids on the ice, they're 6'2", they're 210 pounds, but at the end of the day, they're still kids, they're still minors, they still have parents. So how important is it to you as a coach, as a mentor, to develop those good relationships with their parents?
I mean, of course, anytime, you're working with people that you're developing, you always want to have a good relationship with everybody involved. Mm-hmm. So of course, we tend to have, really, really good relationship with, typically everybody involved, and everybody's been great that I've been dealing with so far, and I continue to, continue on with that.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky to have someone like Kevin in this community, right, Kinsman?
Yeah, we certainly are. And again, when it comes to real ice and non-ice, you have a synthetic ice. Do you still use that? You brought that to one of the urban parks a couple of years back. Do you still train with that?
Yes, we do use that. But a lot of players are tending to switch over to roller hockey as well, which is becoming a big thing. Okay. And you might see a lot of players and a lot of athletes flying around town on rollerblades and that, or around the local rinks and that with roller skates on, which is great to see as too, because the technology coming forward with that kind of stuff has been incredible as well. So it's been fun to utilize all these different resources that we have at our disposal to really further our athletes, skills and abilities.
I remember in the 90s rollerblading. Maybe I can use some of those skills to play roller hockey.
Yeah, for sure.
There we go.
Strap them on, get the 80s color palette going on there.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's real exciting. And I guess too, the big missing piece is that the last year and a half for everyone and athletics, people being able to play organized sports has been limited, sometimes completely stricken off the book. So it's an exciting time for your group and the kids that you see to be able to get back on the ice, start learning new skills, start playing games again, because that was a big missing piece for our youth in the last year and a half to have that taken away from them.
Oh, most definitely. And I think even the rules that we had to abide by were definitely limited as well, in terms of them playing 3-on-3, 4-on-4, not even being allowed to have face-offs. These are all different rules that really affect, how the game is played, and really, affect the I shouldn't say fun, but kids kind of tend to lose interest when a lot of the staples from the actual game tend to start dissipating with all these COVID restrictions and that. So again, it was very challenging, though. Brandon Perry did a fantastic job for our Timmins Majors, leading the way last year, and in us being able to still have a season, so to speak, even though we played some limited exhibition games against Kapuskasing. So that was fantastic. And we still had full practice schedule, which was great when we were, of course, allowed to. And then we were still offering tons of private and semi-private weekly skill sessions as well. So through Old Time Hockey Development.
That's pretty awesome. And I know we asked you this before, Kevin, but we had the question come up again. What is the contact information?
Yeah, no problem here. So is there a way that I can write it in the chat?
You can, yeah.
And what we can do too, we can get my page on your guys' page as well afterwards.
Yeah, we'll link the pages, and you're going to get some of these coaches in touch with you. Now, while you're typing away there, Kevin, I know there's camps that you have, but what if a hockey coach just says, I want Kevin and Old Time Hockey Development to come to my practice? Do they solicit you that way, or do they have to go through the camps?
No, we can definitely look at private sessions. I would just have to be in contact with their involved manager, their coaching staff, and kind of go from there. But we definitely, like I said, we definitely do team sessions, group sessions, and anything that we can accommodate with. And again, not only hockey, but we can also focus on doing sessions for ringette players alike, because again, a lot of those, both skating, shooting, and even ring and puck control and puck protection, ring protection mechanics are often very alike. So we're always looking to further our skills and further the athletes that we're working with. So of course, if there's any ringette players looking to develop their abilities, we're always a phone call or a click away as well.
Excellent stuff. Yeah. To be able to, obviously they see Old Time Hockey in the title, but branching off to the other fundamentals of the sport and the evolution of ringette. It's nice to see that you can use those fundamentals for everybody. So ringette players, hockey players, give Kevin a call. It's Old Time Hockey Development. And you'll be better players from it. I was just saying to Jamie, I said, with your skill set, being a captain of the Abitibi Eskimos, using your skill set to create other Kevin Walkers and have a team of Kevin Walkers, it'd be dynamite. There, right? Using and teaching everybody to play the way you used to play, because you had the game down to a science. That's obviously the reason you had the C on your jersey for all those years.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And again, I appreciate your guys' time. It's been a blast, and again, I look forward to continue working with and mentoring these youth and kind of sharing and the experience and my knowledge that I have with the game. And again, just having fun, teaching the game.
Yeah. No, That's great. You mentioned it before. It brings you joy when you see these kids are very passionate about hockey and they're up early and they're
Oh
dedicating.
yeah, we have Friday morning. We have our 7 a.m. club,
Yeah,
7 a.m. workouts, and everybody shows up with a smile on their face. So it's always nice to see.
Good
there we go.
stuff. Yeah.
There you go, kids.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to hit the ice at 7 a.m. with Kevin? Because if you don't, your dream's over now. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. Playing hockey into my 40s. That's beyond beer league right now. I think. But, it still happen. I think waking up and taking my little guys to daycare. The daycare schedule is can put me back into the 7 a.m. practice. I remember when I played high school hockey. We had the varsity team for Ajax High School. They put me in for a few games, and some of those practices, so you could actually hit the school. It was like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. practices back in the day.
Oh, nice.
Then you'd have to, shower up and then make it to class by 9 to, stand for the anthem. So,
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
And Kinsman uses all these excuses why he couldn't find a girlfriend in high school. He tells me all the time. He was too busy with athletics, right?
Yeah, too busy with athletics.
He had priorities. I like that.
Yeah, there you go.
Academic and athletic priorities.
Yeah,
good to see.
Yeah. Your old-time hockey approved, Kinsman. But no, congratulations, Kevin, on all your success and old-time hockey, what they're doing for the community and the youth, giving them positive outlets to exceed in their dreams and reach their dreams and being a role model. To me, that's the most important thing. And we wish you and your group all the best. And maybe one time, Kinsman and I will have to book a private 60-minute session.
There we go.
See if we even got the legs, Kinsman.
Now I could probably beat you in a few of the strides, but then again, it's longevity. You'd probably beat me in the longevity. I could probably beat you from from, let's say, goal line to center line, maybe to the far end. But then you start doing that back and forth, like the suicides they used to call it. It wears on the legs there. But
no more of those KINZ and KLOMP ales for you then.
You're cut off.
You're cut off,
right.
Esther. Johnny and Benji won't be happy with me at Full Beard, but you're cut off for now.
You need like a KINZ and KLOMP energy drink, I guess. There, KINZ.
That's right.
Flavored water. I don't know, but you know what? Thanks a lot, Kevin. We'll be following along. Wish you all the success, and please keep in contact how things are progressing. And
yes, for
best
sure.
of luck in the upcoming season with the majors, of course.
Yes,
we'll close touch with that.
Yeah, for sure. We hope to see you guys at the arena. And again, thank you guys for your time. I really appreciate it. And go Majors.
Yes.
Go Majors, go. Congratulations again on picking up the head coach, the bench boss, as they call it. That's a pretty high accolade to hold on the resume. So from seeing you play through your career, you knew at one point you'd be the head coach of a team, and here you are. AAA. It's doesn't get any better than coaching for your hometown city, right? The Timmins Majors. Yeah, no. Again, I appreciate it, and I appreciate your guys' time. And for anybody, inquiring about both old time hockey development or the academy, we'll be sure to post some info for you, ladies and gentlemen, at a very soon time here, as soon as we get off. Okay. Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Alrighty. Thank you guys again. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, buddy. Take care. We'll talk to you. We'll see you at the rink.
All righty.
Okay, bye-bye.
Isn't that awesome? So, you have Kevin obviously excelled at hockey and then is now using those skills to help mentor up-and-coming players, the youth, and being a role model, doing all those good things. And to me, we have important people in this community for our youth. Of course, we have our teachers. And then we have our coaches, whatever sport it is, Kinsman, just not hockey. We know hockey is very important in the city, but all sports, whether it's ringette, whether it's dance, jiu-jitsu, baseball, golf, anyone who's coaching or mentoring these kids and giving them positive outlets, big thumbs up.
Yep. Thumbs up to everybody, including Kevin and his team at Old Time Hockey Development. Again, find them on Facebook. And you heard it from Kevin. We're going to be posting links to our page, to this show in the comment section, so you can click. And, if you're a coach, of a minor league team, just a house league team, give Kevin a call, and he'll definitely, set the players in motion. And who better to teach you how to play a sport and to play it well would be Kevin, especially with his stature. That's why they gave him the C. You're a mentor on the ice. Now he's still a mentor off the ice for now players now putting their feet back onto the ice. So it's kind of nice to see.
I like how you wrap that up, Kinsman. You're doing a good job on this Sunday. So this coming Saturday, which is August the 14th.
Yes, that's going to be a big marathon broadcast for us. It's going to be our biggest stream yet.
Yes,
for KINZ and KLOMP Live. We're going to push the stream to the absolute limit. 8 hours, KLOMP. What's going on Saturday?
All right. So between noon and 8, Kinsman, we are going to be live, just like this show right here, for 8 hours. We got to fill 8 hours, Kinsman. So get ready for I'm going to allot you one bathroom break the whole time. But in every hour, one person's going to get an opportunity
to win some cash.
A challenge for $1,000. We're going to be announcing those challenges on Tuesday on the show. And then at 8 p.m. after the 8-hour stream is done, if you're at the Surge starting at 8 p.m., 8 people are going to be randomly selected for a chance to win $8,000.
$8,000.
Yes.
So essentially $16,000 up for grabs if everybody were to get their challenges at the Surge. So again, and people were wondering, when do you show up? Obviously, Saturday, we know life gets crazy. If you can't show up, hopefully you can show up between 12 and 8. But the main party will begin at 8 o'clock that Saturday night.
Yes.
We're gonna have 8 people vying for a chance to win.
So
$8,000.
You and I will be streaming from the Surge starting at 12. We're going to be there all day.
Well, we're going to be there all day, so you can, tune in. You can watch the stream, come on down and be a part of the stream. Again, we're going to have live guests joining us for each and every hour of that 8-hour stream.
Yeah.
So lots of fun, lots of content. It's going to be a great
all
day.
the secrets yet.
No, can't give away all the secrets. And again, we're going to give away a little bit of the secrets. We're going to see who's who's going to get those challenges. We're going to unveil the challenges on Tuesday's show. Looks like KLOMP has frozen.
Did I freeze again?
You are frozen in time. I thought you were just mesmerized with my speech there.
Yeah, I always think it's you frozen when that happens, and then I'm talking like you. Anyways, yes, I'm really looking forward to Saturday. So we're not going to have a show next Sunday because we're going to have this mega marathon next Saturday.
Yeah, next Sunday is going to be a day off for us. But again, 8 hours. It's going to be worth the sleep in. And again, maybe we'll post some highlights from Saturday's show on Sunday throughout the day, so people can see what happened. But hopefully, people are going to be a part of it. Again, it's our big launch at the Surge. Kim and her staff. I can't wait. I was told that they've got a fridge filled with our 705, the KINZ and KLOMP Live 705 blonde ales. They're now at the Surge. So if you're out there, you can grab those cans, and we'll definitely be in attendance Saturday to kick off our 12-month residency. I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
Yep. So if you see the green screen picture behind me, KINZ and KLOMP clean your vehicle. So you just need to go down to the Bell store on Park Road Square, locally owned Bell store, by the way, Kinsman.
Yeah, can't go to any Bell in the country except for the one at the Park Road Square. You have a chance to have us, you and I, clean the winner's car, and we even drop by with a $300 check for in-store credit to maybe upgrade your current phone package. You can put it towards your current payments, buy some accessories. KLOMP, what would you spend the $300 on?
That's a great question.
You could buy nice earbuds with those. You could get chargers. You could get the accessories, the cases. Everything is included. And especially if you're going in there with no phone, it's time to upgrade. That $300 covers your entire upgrade. Where the phones have a $0 the $0 fee. You don't have to walk in there with any money. That $0 and that $300 would go toward your current upgrade.
You asked me a question. Never even gave me a chance to answer that. Do you remember what it was?
Yes, it was. What would you get?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, come on.
I'll tell you
Tell
what
me
I'm
what you
going
got.
to. I would get enhancements for my vehicle. So they got this new docking station that wirelessly charges your phone. I
Yeah,
love that. So, and they got a lot of cool accessories at the Bell store. So it's free. You just got to go in and fill out a ballot.
that's right. No purchase necessary. Go wave and say, Chantel, Joel, we're here to fill out a ballot for KINZ and KLOMP. You're going to see it on that little. It's going to be on the first booth when you walk in there. And again, you'll see the signs attached to the ballot drum, which is the same sign that's above, right behind Jamie. And you fill out a ballot, put a few in there. If Chantel and Joel are busy with customers, maybe you can fill out 2 or 3. If they're not watching, you can put a few extra ballots in there.
There you go, Kinsman.
That's right.
Always encouraging people to cheat, eh?
Never. As one of my elementary school teachers used to say, cheating never prospers. So yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. If my kids are watching, yes. Very true. What Kinsman's elementary school teacher said.
Right.
So, we have the mini putt tournament of fun coming up on August the 21st.
It's getting close to that, by the way.
All you have to do is go in there, mini putt. And if you happen to tie our scores from the qualifying rounds that we've been there putting, you're going to be in the mini putt tournament of fun. It's going to be free mini putt, food, drinks, music, entertainment. It's going to be a real fun day. But we got a little bit of a taste of it because we were down at the Hollinger mini putt and batting cages.
Yes, we were.
Saturday for Take Two's fundraiser, which was awesome, by the way, and packed. And we got a little bit of taste what it's like when people are putting. We're sort of commentating on the hole. That was a pretty good time, right?
That was a lot of fun. There's a video circulating from Take Two up of us heckling. I forget the family that was at the hole there. We apologize. It's nerve-wracking having people watch you, let alone commentate how you're putting. Well, we're doing someone had us on a Facebook Live doing it as well. But it was a lot of fun, and yeah, we'll have some heckling on our tournament as well. And if that's a sign of how events run at the mini putt and batting cages, we're in for a good time there. The sound system's fun. The food, people were enjoying the hot dogs and the hamburgers. My little guys, they came by. Don hooked them up with some ice cream treats, all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. You never miss a detail, kids, but I swear to God, you remember every detail about it. One of the things I love.
I got a photographic brain, which it can be good or detrimental to one's health.
I would just say we went there, we had a fun time, but you got everything down to. We walked through the door, the weather was 27 degrees.
That's
we said hi to Johnny. We walked to the left, said hi to Frank and Mary, looked at the hot dogs, decided not to have a hot dog at that point. You know it all, man.
I do.
It's pretty good.
I gotta paint the picture. That's what I did all my life. Broadcaster, right? Always had to paint the picture. Now being visual. Now we take the words and still paint the picture, but visually.
How about our good friend Savannah?
Yeah, Savannah Joy, Bright Mind Sensory. We ran into her down at the farmers market on Saturday, so yesterday, and she not only was spinning and winning, where my little guys picked up free grab bags from Savannah. She's also got a big project on the way. She can't get into too many details, but she is looking for, if there's anybody who has an artistic background, looking for illustrators for a new project. That's all she'll say. And she says, if you're interested, get in touch with her on her Facebook page, and you could be working on this new project. So kind of exciting.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and we love the stuff that she's doing. And that spin the win wheel at the Mountjoy Farmers Market was pretty cool, right?
Pretty cool. My little guy ripped off one of the little pegs. Gotta ease his strength into it next time. But they had fun. Who doesn't like a free surprise bag? My one little guy got paint, and the other one got some Legos and some candy. They both got candy in their bag. So again, something fun added to the farmers market. And again, criteria for the illustrators: anybody who can draw cartoon, kid-friendly illustrations is who she's looking for. And
so Savannah also adds to it. We love to support youth artists as well.
All right, so up and coming. If maybe some of the graffiti artists in the city, Rizzler. You always see that tag somewhere in the city. Maybe we can put Rizzler to work.
They said that the sheep loved Jamie,
Yeah, they sure did.
Yeah, they did, right? Yeah, they did. I made good friends with the goats
That's right.
and the sheep, and my little guy. Well, he's 12, my youngest guy, and of course he wanted me to bring some home, but I'm not.
No.
I got 2 Great Danes. And knock it off with any more animals, but they are awesome. They're awesome, and yes, Savannah is doing a great job. So,
Yeah, sure is.
yeah. Okay, so what else we got here, Kinsman? Oh yeah,
Welcome to Timmins Night, or we're going to do Catch the Ace first. Let's talk about Catch the Ace SOS. This is from the Larone Center and Lisa Bertrand. They need people to buy tickets. Obviously, this fundraiser is 10 weeks in, and not too many people are buying tickets. Maybe people are afraid to win money. Jamie, is what it is. $3,000 if you buy a ticket today at LaroneDaysTimmins.ca. You have a chance to win. I'm going to say it's going to be over $3,000 come Wednesday's draw at 1:15.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And at the end of the day, Kinsman, yes,
the money goes back to the new Francophone Center at Algonquin and Mountjoy.
Trust me, you and I can use $3,000, and the way we spend money foolishly, Sebastian Vermette would not be very happy with us over at the Cooperators the way we spend. So we can use this 3,000, but we need this French Cultural Center to be built. You drive past this place every day; it's completely empty, and they got big plans for it. Educational and fun and entertainment, and they're getting close to this goal, but they're depending on this fundraiser. So, and it's sort of a fun way. It's just not like a drawn number. It's sort of like figuring.
No, you get to pick an envelope. Obviously you'll be able to go to their website, LaroneDaysTimmins.ca. There's a bunch of envelopes that are already chosen, but the whole name of the game is to find the envelope where the Ace of Spades is. So maybe something fun for the kids. You take them to the site and say, okay, where do you think the Ace of Spades is? Pick it. You buy your tickets, and again, peanuts to buy your tickets. You can buy 3 for $10, 10 for 20, 50 for 50. That's the best bang for your bucks. If you're an office, let's put some money together and get a ticket. And again, the draw's at 1:15 every Wednesday, and you get to log on and see if you are a winner. And right now, the jackpot is just over $2,600 right now. So
that's right.
Again, it's going to push 3,000 by Wednesday. Could even push 3,000 tonight.
So what Joanne's saying, yes, there is a lot of 50-50s going on. And what I do, I love being part of these draws. I sort of rotate when I purchase tickets to try and support everyone. But if you're into that, and if you want to, you should add them to your rotation, because they're doing really great stuff over there. So
doing some great stuff. And we love Lisa. Again, we're going to maybe see Lisa, part of our Saturday marathon at the Surge. She just might pop on as a guest, so we'll get an update on Larone, and maybe find some Catch the Ace tickets down there at the Surge.
All right, Kinsman, welcome to Timmins Night. I went to one of these nights when I first moved to Timmins. I remember this, and it's back on again, or is it one of these virtual things?
No, it's back on now. Normally, it would be at the McIntyre Curling Club, but because of COVID, it's going to be outside this year. Which is some good news. So fingers crossed, we'll have some good weather coming up for the 28 years of this, of everybody going to, everybody's booth and picking up new stationery. That was my fun time going to Welcome to Timmins Night. You pick up new highlighters, all these new fancy clicking pens and stationery from all the booths, and then you get to say hello and do some great networking. And again, it's going to be August 18th. So mark it off on your calendars from 6 to 8. Again, downtown Timmins, 10 days from now. And again, normally happens inside. And this year, they're going to, entice you with trip vouchers is the incentive. So if you pick up a passport, this is what's going to happen here. I'm going to say the event will have, it's free to attend for all. And attendees will have a chance to win travel vouchers that are worth $2,500 divided by first, second, and third place. And how it works, all persons attending will receive a passport. And when you visit each booth, you're going to get a stamp from each, vendor. And the more vendors you get to, at least 10, you're going to be in for the $2,500 in travel vouchers. So again, there's going to be 40, I think there's 40 some odd vendors already planned to go. So it's going to be a good night.
Are you one of these guys that, that go to these, they have the same sort of setup at these job fairs just go booth to booth to get the free pens and paper clips.
That's what I was just telling you.
You know, yeah, that's all you do,
I
right? You come out with the big bag, and you haven't even read one thing yet.
New highlighters. A lot of them used to give away, candies and whatnot. It's a good time to network again. You don't know how small the city is until you go to a Welcome to Timmins night, and you know every single buddy, and you know all the people that are involved with all the vendors, which is great.
If you're getting
tight-knit community.
If you're getting excited over a new highlighter, I would say you need a couple interests in your life.
Time to get out after the show.
yeah. I didn't want to say it directly, but since you did, okay. Remember when we had Michael Turner on the show?
Yes,
he was at the Great Canadian Cycle Contest. Was that it?
The Great Canadian Challenge. Or the Great Cycle Challenge is what it's called. And his challenge was initially, when he was on the show, to get to 100 kilometers starting at August 1st. We're now 8 days in, and I've got an update from Michael. I know Michael's tuned in for this update. He says, I'm going to read it right here from his Facebook page. My original goal for the Great Cycle Challenge was 100 kilometers. Mm-hmm. Well, Mike says, I'm at 138 kilometers as of my ride yesterday, and now he's upped his goal to 250 kilometers, and he ends it here. Definitely know I can do that, and maybe even 300 kilometers by the end of the month. So again, if you're following, if you go to a Great Cycle Challenge Canada and type in Michael Turner's name there, you'll be able to donate to Michael's cause.
There you go, Kinsman. And look, if you go to, it sounds like you can hang out with the Blockbuster guy and Lori Ball, and you guys all can collect bags of goodies together.
That's right. Well, it's always a fun time. That's how I can tell. I don't wear watches anymore. Usually when the highlighters are running out, you look at the calendar and you're like, oh my gosh, Welcome to Timmins night's coming. I need the new highlighter. I need to go and visit these amazing people at all these amazing businesses. You find out what they're doing, what's new and exciting. Right. Of course, you say, here, I'm going to take one highlighter and maybe one for the road.
So when school starts, and your kids get the list of school supplies, you go, don't worry, kids. I ain't going to Walmart. I'm going to Welcome to Timmins.
I'm just going to Welcome to Timmins night. Why not?
I love it. I respect that, kid. And everything would say Timmins, so it would show your local pride.
That's right.
Business or something on that.
Nothing wrong showing your Timmins pride. It's not nothing wrong with showing your love for all the vendors, all the businesses that are going to be a part of it. Again, 40 plus vendors will be there. And again, 6 to 8. If you go to 10 or more, the travel vouchers, I do believe the $2,500 that they'll divide into the top prize, second and third. Someone's going to be going on a nice trip.
All right,
all you have to do is show up, because it doesn't cost you anything to get the passport to go, station to station.
There you go. So I love it. A couple people asking about merchandise. Yes, we are reaching out to the provider this week, so we'll have an update on that. Hope to get some new colors and some different things, including t-shirts and sweatshirts and hats.
Well, hoodies coming up in the fall. We've had a few inquiries about hoodies. Some asking if we can get some tank tops, some t-shirts.
Yeah.
So we'll have a wide variety there.
Look, we had Benji Potvin tuning in tonight. Didn't say nothing about my new hat. That guy. You got a Kinsman. You like that one or what?
I do. Yeah. Full Beard just got some new swag. I love their new beach hats.
There we go.
Those are fun looking. They've got some new attire. And of course, when you go there and grab your new hats, you want to get your KINZ and KLOMP Live 705 blonde ale beers.
Yes.
Nice to see pictures popping up all over the place with our beer. You don't know where these beers are until they do show up on social media. We had a few posts from BC. They can ship them anywhere in Canada. If you inquire at fullbeardbrewing.com. So it's nice to see that people are supporting, our cause, not only supporting our show, which is locally run and operated right here in Timmins, but you're also supporting a craft brewery, which is also owned and operated right here in Timmins as well.
Okay, one question.
Sharing the local love.
Yes, we love them. We love them. We love them all. One question for you before we go.
What's
you
that?
watched a lot of Olympics. I love that. I'm a big Olympics guy.
We did good. I think this was
Yes.
one of our better summer Olympics from in years past. I think Canada did very well. We a lot of them didn't make the podium, but a lot of personal bests. You could see us striving to be better. I think we had 20 some odd. I want to say 24 medals. 24. I think we finished just outside of the top 10.
Okay, but that wasn't my question. Now the
What's that?
Olympics are over, and 16 days of television, it was filled for you. What does Mark Kinsman watch on the tube tonight?
What am I watching on the
Yeah.
tube tonight? I don't know. Usually, I'm a sucker for junk TV. It could be anything on, and if I come across them, I'm flipping through. Maybe someone else can attest to this. Highway to Hell. Anybody watch that show? I love shows like that. Where they're hauling trucks out of the ditches and stuff like that. Highway to Hell. There was the Winter Ice Road one from Winnipeg up that area.
Yeah,
we watch that. Those silly shows on TV.
Yes,
but when Dexter comes back in the fall, I'll be definitely watching Dexter coming back for the new series season. I don't know if you saw Dexter. Did you see Dexter? Have you seen that?
Okay, so I do watch a lot of TV. I have not seen Dexter. It's definitely on a bucket list, but right now I am on season 2, episode 8 of Outer Banks on Netflix. That's my show right now, Kinsman. So I'm going to be watching that series tonight. And then I don't know what I move on to. I don't make the decision until the series I'm watching is over. And I just do one series at a time with one exception, The Office. I've watched The Office a billion times. I'll flip on any Office episode at any time. But besides that, I go from one series. I'm a little organized with my TV.
You are, right? But again, I could have a whole list of planned, and then I'll watch Highway to Hell, and I forget, 4 hours have just come by or gone by. I'm just going to watch for a few minutes before bed. At 9 o'clock, it's now 1 a.m. Watching, the Highway to Hell marathon or something like that.
There we go. All right, go watch your TV and dream about your new highlighters.
All right, we will, and we'll see you on Tuesday night.